As the last speaker walked off stage, the MC came forward leading the applause. Confident, looking distinguished in his tuxedo, the MC's performance, like everyone's performance that evening, had been absolutely flawless. But our MC was about to experience something that he had never experienced before. Hi, everybody. I'm Dorothea Hendriks, your communication coach in presentation skills and in public speaking. The MC for that evening had kept the audience on the edge of their seat from the start right now to almost the finish. It was now time to announce the names of the sponsors, the names of the people who had helped make this particular evening such a gala affair. Now, he knew the names of the sponsors because he had talked with most of them, and he had also recruited them and knew what they had contributed. So he started off one by one, mentioning the names, and after each sponsor, the audience gave an applause. And then he was almost at the point where he was going to wrap up and give the sponsor's last name. He opened up his mouth, and nothing came out. Not a zip. He looked out at his audience. There was silence and 1,000 pair of eyes staring back at him. Nothing was coming out of his mouth. He looked back, and then he turned, and as he's telling me this, he said, I walked to my right, and then I walked to my left. And then I came back. I looked out at the audience, and I thought, what am I going to do? And he said, I was so embarrassed. I wished the stage floor could have swallowed me up. I just basically threw my hands on my head. I grabbed my head and I looked down and I said, oh my God, I forgot the name of the sponsor, my biggest sponsor. And he said, I forgot not only the name of the sponsor, I forgot I'm still mic'd. The microphone is still attached to me. And the audience heard. He looked up. There was still silence. And he said, then the most incredible thing happened. All of a sudden, people began shouting out company names, organization names. Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one over here? And he got from everywhere in the room, in the auditorium, in the balcony, people were shouting out, hoping that they would have the answer to the sponsor, who the sponsor's name was. And finally, somebody shouted it out, and our MC said, that's it, that's it, that's it. And he mentioned the name of the sponsor, and the audience broke into thunderous applause. There were cheers, applause, shouts from the audience. And as he was telling me the story, there were almost tears in his eyes, and he said, I never realized that an audience would come to the rescue. They came to my rescue. The audience was my ally. And I said to the MC, because I know how hard he works, and I know that he is always just on the edge of perfection. And I said, when an audience can see that you're honest, when an audience can see that you are sincere, that a speaker, a performer is sincere, and that speaker and performer has given their very best to be their best for their audience, that audience will always come to your rescue because they know that you've given your very best, your best for them, and in turn, they will turn around and give their best to you. The audience is always a speaker's best ally. Until next time, this is Dorothea Hendriks wishing you mountains of success.